Hey dudes and chicks and neither of those who don't follow you, welcome to Big for Last Time. My name is Katie. Today, I am going to be popping this palette's cherry. This is the Ireland Wild Atlantic Way palette, which the color story looks like this. Now, I got this because when I did my video on the New Zealand Stargazer palette, you guys know, some of you said, like, you should talk to the owner about getting that replaced. It's going to get glass in your eye, blah, blah, blah. I don't really, I just didn't like it because it was, like, not beautiful. Like, the mirror being broken was, like, it feels like a safety hazard, but it also feels like it's something I could have definitely lived with. It was more about the aesthetic of it that was bothering me, that it was so smashed up. And after the owner watched my video, which she watches my videos a lot, you know, it's really cool when brand owners actually watch your content because then they actually know you. Like, it's great. Basically, she was like, I would really like to send you a new palette. Now, a long time ago, when I first started buying indie makeup, I got the Tokyo Harajuku palette, had two pretty shattered shadows. And back then, I just didn't know what I know now. And so back then, like, I emailed her and I was like, hey dude, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna like put this on my videos on my channel and I don't want this shattered thing. And it came like super broken and blah, 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 blah. And like now it's like, you know, what I ended up doing was I just like shoved it in with my thumb or whatever, but I just didn't like it. I didn't think it was very pretty. And she literally didn't even question. She said word for word, pretty much this is exactly, like, I don't remember word for word, but she was like, fix what you can in that palette. Don't worry about it. Keep it. Enjoy the free palette. We're going to send you a new one. And the minute she did that, I loved her. I loved Nomad and I loved her because it was just so cool. You know what I mean? It was just super cool. And so over time, I have decided that like indie brands are struggling. Like as consumers, we know we're struggling, right? We know we're like the economy, like blah, blah, blah. Work is hard. People are getting fired, like all this shit. Like we know we're struggling. And also we still think that it's brand owners that are like trying to overcharge and they're like being greedy and they're like doing the things. But the truth is that like shit gets fucking hard for indie brand owners and ingredients are really expensive and shipping is a total pain in the ass. And like everybody's like really struggling and a lot of indie brands I feel like are struggling just to keep their labels. So I decided a long time ago that I was not going to do that anymore, that I do not call indie brands and have them replace palettes. You guys call indie brands and you have them replace palettes. Like, I love that for you. Like, I want you guys to do that. You guys feel good to do that. For me, I don't like to do that because I know that I can fix a shadow and I know that part of the reason why I buy makeup because I'm going to buy makeup. But one of the benefits of being an influencer is that like, maybe not now, maybe now, but maybe not now, but for whatever is that like eventually I'm probably going to do pretty good financially because of these purchases that I make. And so for me, I buy the makeup because I love the makeup and I would be buying it anyways, but it's also like an investment in my channel and in my future. So I don't like to be a fucking burden on indie brands because I know that they actually are struggling a lot more than we know. Like shit is getting really hard for them in ways that we don't know. So anyway, she messaged me on Instagram and she said, hey, sorry, my thing is poking me right now, actually. She said, hey, I want to send you a new palette. And I said, nah, I don't know. I don't really need you to do that. And she goes, how about this? I'm pretty sure that's how it went. I basically was like, well, you know, if I really would have wanted that, I would have asked you or some such shit. And she was like, how about this? I'm going to send you a new palette and we'll send you our next launch. And so I was like, I mean, that's like an offer I can't refuse. And so the reason why I have this a little bit early is because she sent this to me as a free gift to go along with my replacement palette of a palette that I was not going to ask her to replace. And so yet again, Nomad is like stealing my heart, not only with their products and their whatever, but like her amazing kind heart and her like super professional, maybe it's professional. I feel like there's professional and then there's Nomad. Because I feel like she actually goes above and beyond to not only meet people's expectations, but actually exceed them. And she does that with her caring. Like, she actually cares about me. She cares about our content. She fucking likes all of our posts. She talks to us in our comments. She watches my videos. Like, she actually cares about us. So, whatever. I love Nomad. Now, I was a little bit nervous, and I'm going to have to be quite frank with you guys and keep it real with you guys. I was nervous because you guys know I don't always buy Nomad's launches. I feel like, here's the thing about Nomad. This is the nature of Nomad. This is actually the nature of Nomad, because Nomad does destinations, and sometimes that means if it's a place, it's going to be really earthy. And so sometimes Nomad launches things that are really not up my alley, and like, that's fine, but I was nervous because if Nomad sends me a palette for free, I want to fucking be excited about it. And so I don't want to get a fucking palette from Nomad when she totally went out of her way to replace one and give me another one for free. I don't want to fucking get on here and film something that I'm not excited about or that I don't fall in love with. And so I was nervous. And then when I saw the color story, I thought, it's a green palette. Like, it's a green palette. So that's it. It's all green. I was like, it's earthy as shit. And so then I was like, fuck, you know what I mean? And then when I saw the looks, I wasn't really watching the videos, but I just saw like green, 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 because it's a green palette. And so I knew immediately that I wanted to use the blue, the blues in the palette. Like, I knew immediately that that's what I wanted to do. And also, I think you guys are actually going to be pretty surprised by my final thoughts on this palette. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is literally such an amazing green palette. I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. This is the look I created with it. If you guys are curious to see how I got it or curious to hear my final thoughts, given the fact that I straight up was skeptical as shit before I even saw the color story, skeptical as shit when I heard it was from Ireland, and then skeptical as shit even after I saw the color story. And if you guys are curious to see if like anything changed my mind, or if I still feel like, damn, I wish a different fucking palette would have got sent to me for free. If you guys are interested in hearing how my final thoughts on this palette, or seeing how I got this look, or seeing the swatches, or if you just like to watch, then hang out. Let's go into the swatchy poos. The little swatchy poos. Okay, this is Dia Do It. Dia Do It. And you guys know, I literally, oh, I really like that color. I literally don't know how to pronounce any of this shit. I had to Google some shit. I skipped Googling some shit. I like it when they do, when a shimmer is the first. Oh man, that's so cute. This is like a green to gold shift, but it's like, it looks pretty limey, but then when you get it on the skin, it actually has a little bit of a bluish base. So you guys know. Oh my God, you guys, this color is like a fucking journey. I literally just went, it's got a little bit of a blue to mint green to teal to aqua to gold. It's like really, this color is a surprise. Again, I am just so glad that I did not swatch these colors before I did my look. But honestly, I love this look so much, it doesn't fucking matter. But I think this color would look so good with that blue shimmer too. Oh my God. Look at how blue my finger is. So there is definitely a nice blue shift undertone to that color. Okay, this is Blarney Stone. This is so, oh my God, look at that. Okay, that looks a little bit brighter than what it actually is, but dude, geez almighty, that really came off there, didn't it? I'm just also really glad that I'm just taking off all the embossment right now. That's like so exciting for me. I love it. I guess it's because my fucking wrists are so like lumpy with like tendons and veins and shit. Okay, this is Sliente. Look at how blue that is. That's got such a sweet blue base. Like, actually, it doesn't even look that blue in real life as much as it does on the monitor. Damn, that is so pretty. I used that today on my look. God, that is really pretty. Man, these colors are actually pretty. There's a lot more than meets the eye with these shimmers when you look at them in the pan. This is Tiente, or Taint, as I called it several fucking times throughout the video. I love this color. It's so pretty. It's got just a hint of It's just got a hint of blue in it that just really makes it a very emotional color to me. I'm not sure why. It just had it really affected me. This is Cliffs of Moher. This is the orangey color. It's like a copper color. It's pretty. What you see is what you get. This is Salon. I'm not sure how to pronounce that A with the little like accent aigu or whatever. It's like the opposite of an accent aigu though. It's like the other way, I think. So yeah, like E and then the accent aigu. No, it's an A with an accent aigu exactly in the same direction. So I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is just a nice gold. It might be a little hint of like greeny, grungy gold, but not really. This is KonMara. I really like this color. This is Wild Atlantic Way. God, these shadows are super buttery. They're really nice. Ooh, that's fucking pretty. Geez, that's like a nice sagey green. Wow, that is so bright. Oh my word, I need to use that. I want that on my face. This is Wild Rover, and this was actually the first color that I just dove right into. Love it. Dang, that is fucking cool looking. Look at that. This is Emerald Isle. Dang, that is a really cool color. That's like just like a teal. Man, this is a really pretty color story. Holy fuck. I'm actually shocked at how, this is Malin Head. I'm really shocked at how surprised by each one of these colors that I am. I'm like so surprised. Like I'll like look at a color and like I looked at this palette and I thought it was just like a green palette. There's a lot going on here. And it's really an interesting palette. Honestly, I think it could be said that I find this color story more interesting than any other Nomad palette that I've ever gotten. And you guys know, like, I've got some favorites. There's just something about the tones and like the shades that, I don't know, I'm gonna wait. I don't wanna tell you guys. I don't wanna give away what I said at the end, but this is Keem Strand. This is 18 shades, so I should be able to get them all on my arm. This is Ring of Kerry. No, the Crack of Killarney is not on here. Why? Nomad, why isn't the Crack of Killarney on here? Because it's not in the Wild Atlantic Way? I have no idea. So this is a little tiny, subtle peach shift in the gold. This is Bunratty Castle. I really like this color. I kind of based all the accessories of my look on this color, as you guys can see. I probably could have nailed the lip color a little bit better, but I really wanted to use this product that my manager, Tanya, sent me. This is Danny Boy, and honestly, I have a feeling that on the eye, this is gonna really be quite impressive to me. This reminds me of Tomboy by Melt. Okay, this is Krog Patrick. And this color right here is like furthest from my scope of, like, I can't even really see this color. This doesn't even enter my, this is like that exact green that I'm like, meh, I don't know. All these other greens that I've used, tits. This particular green, primary green, Kelly green, it just doesn't, I don't care for it. I don't favor it. But it's a really nice Kelly green. And fucking, I have some friends who are Irish as shit, and if they even heard me saying that, they would probably want to beat me up right now. Our friendship would be tarnished. I would have to go make an amends. So hopefully they're not going to watch this video, because you know who you are, friend. I really like this beige. I might never use it, but I still really like it. I think it's pretty. The only reason why I wouldn't use it is because I have way too many colors to use. You know what I mean? There's like all these colors that they are like urgent. They are like pressing. They need to be used. Like this one, for example. That was Savage Beauty, and this one is Cove Harbor. And this one was really one of those colors that needed to get used. Now, I really pushed it. I don't know if you guys can see the purple shift in that, but it's just subtle. And I cannot see it on the eye. I'm wearing it on the top, across the top of my lid. But I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, another thing is that all of these shadows, oh my God, there's just a tiny bit of like aquamarine. This is almost like, you know, I felt it when I was applying it that I really had to go in pretty heavy and apply and apply and apply and build it because it goes on pretty light. I'm not sure if maybe it needs to be like a topper or whatever, but the shift is super fucking pretty. But it's not overwhelming. It's not overbearing. I did not put this blue on my eye and it made me wish that I would have used a different color because it doesn't match my look anymore. It still stayed a nice ocean blue, period. So those are the swatches. This is what we got. There's a lot going on here. Like I said, there's a lot. There's more than meets the eye with this palette. So anyways, let's get into the look. Let's just clear this up. This is a green palette. Right? It's a green palette. It's a St. Patrick's Day green palette. No need to, you know, talk about like duplicates or like repeats. I don't see any repeats in the color story. It's a green palette. I love green palettes. So I just wanted to get that out there because for my own self, honestly, because I feel like I thought that it might be one thing. And then when it was this much green, I was like, what? But it's Ireland. Obviously I knew it was going to be this much green. And yet I still was like, and then, you know, anyways. So I just want to say this is a green palette. And also, I want to say that I'm going straight for those blues. Like, you guys know I fucking am. So I'm going into Keem Strand with Voldemort M506. I don't know if this is going to be dark enough. Shoot. Dang it. I don't think it is. This is definitely not going to be dark enough. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do something. So I'm gonna take this a little bit higher so that I can, like, you know, sneak some of that deep, deep green in here. I only put eyeshadow primer on one eye. It's been a long time since I've done that. I just thought I would try it and see if it kind of... My editing process takes a really long time, so maybe it'll save me some time in the editing. I'm not sure. So anyways, we'll see if it saves me any time in the editing process. So I feel like this is pretty, yeah. And then I'm gonna go in with basically Voldemort M506. I'm gonna use the color, the Wild Rover, to blend that out. And I'm gonna be fucking pleased about it. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna take this teensy tiny. It's a Voldemort M562, the Voldemort M562, and I'm gonna go into this color Taint, and I'm just gonna deepen up this right here. And actually, this is really, I mean, obviously, it's got a blue undertone because of the... It's got a blue undertone because I put it over the top of blue. But if you look at it, it actually has a really... You can see it when I shift it right there. It actually has, like, a pretty cool, fucking gnarly-ass blue undertone. So... Okay. And now I'm just going to go back into that Keem Strand. And then I'm going to go into the Wild Rover. And I literally have no idea what any of this shit is. One of my best friends is very Irish, very into being Irish. Her daughter's birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. Like, it's like a thing. And so she probably knows what all this shit is, but I do not. I'm going to use my Voldemort VJ H33, and I'm going to go into, what do I want to do? I'm going to go into KonMara, just because it doesn't match. Instead of Malin Head, which I would have done, or even Wild Atlantic Way would have been a good one. This is definitely the warmer of the two yellows. And now I'm just going back into Wild Rover. I feel like this is actually... Now I'm going into Keemstrand. And then I'm going into Taint. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to say that without laughing. I'm fucking 12, okay? I am a 12-year-old boy. I forgot that I had to do some fucking geographical research before I use a Nomad palette. I feel like the mood of this palette is actually, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's super St. Patrick's Day, super like what my kind of limited idea of what an Ireland palette would look like. It's like, it fits the mold. But dude, there are some like strange nuanced colors that are like a little bit, just a little murky, a little bit of a deeper tone. And also like, I think that it would be safe to assume that like from like just media that I've watched, like movies and stuff like that, and like that it kind of gives a like a downtrodden vibe, which I feel like, I feel like people in Ireland have gone through some shit. That might be just an assumption that I make. I feel like a lot of people who are actually from Ireland kind of wear that like a badge of honor, their ability to like drink and put up with some shit. What am I gonna do in that middle and the inner corner? Somebody help. I think I'm gonna have to use Blarney Stone because to tell you the truth, it's just really fucking pretty. I'm using my Spectrum A08. Ooh yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. Oh yeah. Love that. This has a lot of kick up. This fucker is really pigmented. I'm just keeping this like a toiga. That's really bright and beautiful. Damn, that looks sick. I'm just going into KonMara. I'm just butchering all this shit, I'm sure of it. Pretty. Okay, I'm just going to wipe my nose because my nose is running. I'm not sure why. Actually, I'm just going to kind of go in and take this color. I'm Googling it right now. I'm Googling it. I'm not going to Google taint. Come on. How to say teinte. Oh, that is how you pronounce it. Taint. Tanta. Slant is tainta. Not sure what that means. Let's try one more. Health and wealth. Slanta is tainta. Okay, so, maybe that's a little bit better, but... Okay, this is me editing in my bed at like 6 in the morning, and I wanted to tell you that I actually Googled. It's slancha is tancha. Slancha is tancha. Health is wealth. It's a cheers. It's like a cheers. I actually like really like hunted it down. So anyways, sorry about me. I went into that deepest green. I really like it. It is really not. It is not a dark emerald green. It looks like it is, but it's actually a deep teal, like just like a little bit slight, like dirty teal. But you guys know I love the nuances. So I'm going back into Keem Strand because I feel like I really lost it, but... You know, whenever I use a Nomad palette, I kind of have come to the realization, and because I'm like all about like that manifestation life and like setting intentions and like really like visualizing what my dream life is, I've come to the realization that I really don't... Travel isn't big on my, travel isn't big on my list of experiences that I want to have. It just isn't. Like, it's just not something that... I don't dream of going to, like, exotic places. That's not a thing for me. I actually dream of, like, I'm a Virgo, so I dream of a nest, right? Nesting is, like, my thing. So, anyways, I dream of, like, riding, like, having, like, experiences with people. It doesn't really matter where. I would like to go to Africa because I just think it would speak to my wild heart. But, and I'm just kind of going into everything. This color Blarney Stone is literally my favorite. It is so cool. God, look at it. It's fucking beautiful. I'm just building, and I don't, honestly... I probably should stop because, dang it, when I tell you, it's much harder. The more you build and like fuck around on one side, the harder it is to get the other side to match, but whatever. It seems like it's so much easier to build and build and build and build and build when you're only doing one eye, because you're just doing one eye and you're just like in it, like you're just like doing it. It's so easy. You don't have to go like... like that part on Bohemian Rhapsody when he's like, what about if we go from the right to the left? Damn, that looks really beautiful. I am really happy with that. Okay, I'm going to, go into Tayente. I'm sure a ton of people didn't say taint. They actually said it correctly. Not me! They knew. Believe me. The owner of Nomad, she's paying attention. You know what I mean? She pays attention to our content. Like, she knows us. It's like, it's really helpful when it's just helpful when people know your content. Do you know what I mean? When brand owners know your content. When they actually know who you are and they actually know, like, what is going to happen when you do a video on their product. Like, not necessarily how you're going to react to their product, but just like they're going to know the color stories that are your favorite. They're going to know like what you're going to be able to pull off. And they're going to know that you're going to say taint instead of however the right motherfucking pronunciation is that everybody else in the world probably said right but me, right? They know. She's just going to laugh and laugh. Sorry about me, guys. Oh, so yeah, so one of the things that I realized, like, I've come to realize, like, I don't really know that much about other places. I know that's kind of not unusual, like, a lot of people don't, but I just feel like whenever I use a Nomad palette, it's something that was really brought to my attention that I really just know so little about other places. Like, other people know so much more about other places than I do. And so it's not like one more thing that I'm like kicking myself in the balls about. I'm just saying it's like whenever I use a Nomad palette, it really like sheds light on how little I know about other places. And like when I looked at the reveal, and I don't even try. When they do the contest, I don't even try. It's not even a thing for me. And so I looked, and like a ton of people said Wild Atlantic Way. A ton. They all fucking knew it. In fact, a ton of people guessed Wild Atlantic Way a long time ago. Like in the very beginning. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like there is people who just literally know that shit. You know what I mean? So anyways, like it's one of those things where I forget every time I use a Nomad palette that I'm actually going to have to get educated a little bit so that I can actually like pronounce some shit. And it really reveals, it's really revealing to me how much I don't fucking know. Okay, there's some duochrome, like shifty shades in here. I'm obviously gonna use the blue. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go into Saliente. And then, oh, that is shifty. And then Cobb Harbor is like a blue to purple shift. I didn't realize it. Okay, hold on. What am I missing here? More will be revealed. So here's the deal. I thought that I could see the shifts pretty, like, obviously, that like Dia Duit. That sounded a little more French than I probably care for. But anyway, so like I'm seeing that there's some like shifts that maybe I have overlooked. Okay, I'm gonna use that. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my NYX glitter primer. And so there's a shift in this blue that I'm not sure about, because it shifts to purple. Okay, and then I'm going to use Bold Morphe JH51, and I'm going to go into Cobb Harbor, and I'm going to take that along the top. Oh yeah, that's going to be cute. Cute. I just got a little fallout on my cheek. I could feel it. And then I'm going to go into Saliente. Ooh, this is going to be so pretty. I want there to be way more of this purple on here, because I want this to be mostly blue. Cute. So I'm not really seeing like a huge purple shift on the eye. But I'm also indoors using my beauty lights. So that doesn't mean that there isn't one. It just means, to me, it just means that it still matches. Everything is still matching. So if that matters to you, there you go. It matters to me. It matters to me that like my look still matches. If like it doesn't, it's okay. It's fine. It doesn't matter. But I mean, no, it does matter. I'm just saying, if it doesn't match, it's an easy surrender. It's easy for me to be like, okay, it doesn't match, but it does. So that's nice. So then I'm going to take this Bold Morphe JH39 pencil brush, and I'm going to go into Dia Duit. And I'm going to use that along my lower lash line. Is there an orange in that? Bitch, please. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. God, that's really spread the sparkle really easily and like super sparkly. Ooh, that's cool. And then I'm gonna go into Ring of Kerry. Yeah, I love that. You guys will notice that Crack of Killarney is not on here. I'd take a full gainer down the Crack of Killarney just to carry your purse. If you know what that's off of, you're my new best friend. Just give that a little squirty poo. Hey, you guys, I love this. And honestly, I love this for March. I love this for St. Patrick's Day. It is so great. And I feel lucky. I'm feeling so lucky right now. Actually, I'm feeling lucky. I think this is like a luck manifesting palette. It's gonna be so good. Okay, this is the look. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face and I'll be back when I'm done. So this is the manifesto, the pièce de résistance. I use my Rouge and Rogue eye wigs in Slayer and my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in Torch. And okay, so here's the deal. So like I kind of did all the rest of the like finishing touches kind of based on this color right here. So I used Torch in the waterline. I used Laser Glazer highlighter because it kind of like, honestly, it even has that color on the cover because it actually, you know, it shifts to that orange. It's like, see, it's like absolutely that shift, but super green too. And then I used Persimmon in my Arthurine Blush palette by Menagerie. And then my friend Tanya just sent me she got the Melt lippies from the Bailey Sarian collection. And they were kind of just a little bit fucky, like kind of broke and like a little bit like shoved up and like not perfect. They were just not pretty. And so she sent them to me. And so I used Nutmeg on my lips. And honestly, this one is so much better than the Hemlock that I got. Like, I'm really excited to have these. So anyways, she sent me this one and she sent me, she sent me Hemlock and Nutmeg. I have Wolf's Bane, that's the one I have. And then she sent me the liquid lippies too. So super stoked about this. I'm really excited to have these lippies. Thanks, Tanya. Thanks, manager. I just want to say this palette is a fucking mood. When I saw the color story, I kind of was like a little bit nervous that I was not going to be as excited about it as I wanted to be because obviously you guys know like green isn't like my go-to color. It's like I love doing green looks. I do them every once in a while. When I do them, my eyes look super beautiful, but like it's not like my go-to color. Like it is a lot of your guys' go-to colors. I honestly feel like this is about as cool as a green palette gets. Like it's a monochromatic green palette, but it has like, it's just super Ireland. Like that's the thing is it's just like super Irish and it's got that blue in it and it's got these like orangish colors, but also like I feel like the nuances, which I always say that, but I'm really into them. They're really deep. I feel like the colors really represent a deep story or like a deep history that's not just a fucking vacation destination. It like actually like tells a story of like struggle. I don't know why I feel like that. I just feel like this color right here, which is like the one, Tiante and Keem Strand, they both are like, this is obviously like, this is like an ocean color, but it's not. It's like an ocean color, but there's like, it just feels a little melancholy. That's all. It just feels kind of doomy somehow. And so I don't know, there's this old movie and I don't remember what it's called. One of the leprechauns is like disappearing in the movie and he goes, I don't know, I just feel kind of doomy somehow. And like, I feel like these two colors feel like that statement in that movie. Like, I don't remember what the fucking movie is, but I think this palette, I hate to even say this, I'm shocked at how much I love this palette. I'm shocked at how much this color story speaks to me, and I'm shocked at this beautiful look that I created with it because I didn't really watch anybody else's videos. I watched like the beginnings of all the videos and then just kind of didn't. But I knew this entire time that like I was using those blues, that like because I was on vacation, I was out of state for the entire weekend. And so I knew that when I opened this that I was using the blues, but I just didn't realize how they just look a little bit like, that color almost looks like an ocean of tears to me. And so it's like, I don't know, I just feel like this look is so deep. It's like deep. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, I hope I'm like doing it any justice. This palette really evokes an emotion for me that I'm like having difficulty describing, but it's not just like a happy fucking horseshit fucking shamrock palette. It's not. It like tells a story of I just feel like it tells a little bit of a sad story. So anyways, that's it. I'm tired of trying to hear myself fucking explain it when I obviously am like doing poorly. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hit the like button if you like this look, or if you just like my sparkling personality, my boyish charm, and hang out with me in the comments because I fucking love it. If you got like halfway through this video and you're like, oh my god, she's so pretty until she opens her big fucking mouth, then go check me out on Instagram. I don't talk as much on Instagram. And if you were like, don't sugarcoat it, Katie, why don't you tell us how you really feel, then go check out my Patreon because I don't hold anything back on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here wasting your time with me, and I totally appreciate you. Later.